The pharynx is a funnel-like tube that basically serves as a passageway for both food and also ingested ingested material, as well as air. So if we take a look at the pharynx here, you can see by funnel-like we mean it's wider at the top and it narrows as you move inferiorly. The pharynx is divided up into three major sections. If you look, the first section is called the nasopharynx, seen here at the back of the nasal cavity. Then you have the oropharynx, seen at the back of the oral cavity, and then you have the laryngopharynx, seen at the back of the larynx. Each one of these sections has specific items located within it for the most part. There's nothing really to make mention of within the laryngopharynx, so we'll continue to move superiorly. Within the oropharynx, you're going to see a few major structures. We'll begin with the tonsils. Two sets of tonsils exist within the oropharynx. They're going to be the palatine tonsil, seen here, and also the lingual tonsil at the back of the tongue. The palatine tonsil is seen in association with their soft palate, hence the name palatine tonsil. The soft palate is a layer of muscle that's surrounded by mucous membrane that's at the back of the roof of your mouth. You can see the anterior portion of the palate is basically consists of bone. The bone is the maxilla and also the palatine bone. But the posterior aspect of the palate being muscle and also mucous membrane, it allows for the palate to elevate when you swallow, so that's why you don't see bone throughout the entire length of the palate. The soft palate also has a downward projection called the uvula. The uvula is actually utilized to direct whatever you swallow downward, because technically speaking, if the uvula did not exist, whatever you swallow could go up or it could go down. And obviously you want that material to move inferiorly toward the esophagus so that it can move into your stomach. So once again, the major structures seen within the oropharynx are going to be the lingual tonsil, palatine tonsil, soft palate, and the downward projection of that soft palate, the uvula. Within the nasopharynx here, you're going to see two major structures as well. The first of these is the last tonsil, called the pharyngeal tonsil, and then you also have the opening of the auditory tube. All of the tonsils together collectively serve to try and protect you from any inhaled or ingested foreign antigens. You can see you have the pharyngeal tonsil in relationship to movement of air through the pharynx, at least from the nasal cavity. Then you have the palatine and lingual tonsils in relationship to any ingested material and also any air that may move through the oral cavity as well. So all three sets of tonsils are trying to protect you from any inhaled or ingested foreign antigens. We next have the opening of the auditory tube that basically serves as a way to equalize the air pressure within the middle and also inner ear. If you ever had the sensation of your ears quote-unquote popping, that is the structure responsible, because as air rushes out of the middle and inner ear via the opening of the auditory tube, the tympanic membrane or eardrum will quickly shift back into place, giving you the sensation of your ears quote-unquote popping. So there you have the pharynx. It's three sections, all three being the naso, oro, and laryngopharynx. Keep in mind the structures located within each: the pharyngeal tonsil, and also the opening of the auditory tube within the nasopharynx, soft palate, uvula, palatine tonsil, and lingual tonsil within the oropharynx. And then we had no major structures to make mention of within the laryngopharynx.